Jacob loved all his sons, but Joseph held a special place in his heart. Joseph was born when Jacob was an old man. He was, a reminder of God's promise. Jacob showered Joseph with love and gifts. He gave him a beautiful coat of many colors. This coat was a symbol of favor. It set Joseph apart from his brothers. They saw the love their father had for him. They felt envy growing in their hearts. Joseph was a dreamer. God spoke to him through dreams. In one dream, he saw sheaves of wheat bowing to his sheaf. In another, the sun, moon, and stars bowed to him. These dreams were messages from God. They showed that Joseph would one day be in a position of power. He would lead and his family would follow. Joseph, young and innocent, shared his dreams. He didn't understand their full meaning. He didn't see the danger in revealing them. He told his brothers about the dreams. He also told his father. His brothers were furious.
Will you really rule over us?
They scoffed. Their anger grew with every word Joseph spoke. The dreams fueled their jealousy. They plotted to get rid of him. Jacob, however, pondered the dreams. He knew God worked in mysterious ways. He kept these things in his heart. He saw the potential in his son. But trouble was brewing. Joseph's brothers, consumed by envy, hatched a wicked plan. They couldn't bear to see Joseph favored any longer. One day, Joseph's brothers were tending sheep. Jacob sent Joseph to check on them. This was their chance to get rid of him. When Joseph arrived, they saw the coat of many colors, a symbol of their father's love. It fueled their rage. They grabbed Joseph, they tore off his coat, they threw him into a dry well, left there to die. Alone and afraid, Joseph cried out. His cries were ignored. His brothers hardened their hearts. They sat down to eat. They pretended nothing had happened. As they ate, a caravan approached. It was a group of merchants heading to Egypt. Judah, one of the brothers, saw an opportunity.
"Let's sell Joseph,"
he said. They agreed. They pulled Joseph out of the well. For 20 pieces of silver, they sold their brother into slavery. To hide their crime, they dipped Joseph's coat in goat's blood. They showed it to their father, pretending grief.
"We found this. Is this your son's coat?"
Jacob recognized it instantly. He was devastated. "A wild animal has devoured him," he cried. His sons comforted him, but their hearts were cold.
Joseph's world was shattered. He was taken to Egypt, a stranger in a strange land. He was sold to Potiphar, an officer of the Pharaoh. Despite his circumstances, Joseph remained faithful. He worked hard. He was honest and trustworthy. God blessed him even in this foreign land. Potiphar saw Joseph's faithfulness. He put him in charge of everything he owned. Joseph prospered, but his troubles were far from over. Section 6. From prisoner to prince, Potiphar's wife falsely accused Joseph of wrongdoing. He was thrown into prison, innocent yet condemned, but even in prison God's favor was upon him. Joseph met two of Pharaoh's officials in prison. They both had strange dreams. Joseph, guided by God, interpreted their dreams. His interpretations came true. One day, Pharaoh had a series of disturbing dreams. No one could interpret them. Then the cupbearer remembered Joseph. "There's a man in prison who can interpret dreams," he exclaimed. Pharaoh summoned Joseph. Section 7. Forgiveness, not revenge. Pharaoh recounted his dreams. Joseph, filled with God's wisdom, interpreted them.
He said 7 years of plenty are coming, followed by 7 years of famine.
Pharaoh was impressed by Joseph's wisdom. He appointed Joseph as his second in command. Joseph was given authority over all of Egypt. He was to prepare the land for the coming famine. The famine struck just as Joseph had predicted. It spread throughout the land, even to Joseph's homeland. Jacob heard that there was grain in Egypt. He sent his sons to buy food. Section 8. A family reunited. The brothers arrived in Egypt. They bowed low before Joseph, not recognizing him. Joseph recognized them instantly. He saw their remorse. He saw how their actions had changed them. Joseph longed to forgive them. He tested them, revealing his identity gradually. He saw their hearts had changed. They were no longer the same brothers who had thrown him into the well. Joseph wept. He embraced his brothers.
"Do not be distressed," he said. "It was not you who sent me here, but God. He He offered them forgiveness and a place in Egypt.
Section 9. Lessons from the pit to the palace. Joseph's story is a testament to God's faithfulness. Even in the darkest moments, God had a plan. Joseph's suffering led to his exaltation. He saved his family and countless others. We learn many lessons from Joseph. Forgiveness is powerful. Joseph forgave his brothers, breaking the cycle of hate. God can use our trials for good. Joseph's suffering prepared him for greatness. Faithfulness is rewarded. Joseph remained faithful to God even when life was unfair. Joseph's journey reminds us to trust God's plan, even when we don't understand it. He is working all things together for good, even in the midst of our pain. Like Joseph, let us stay faithful, knowing that God is with us every step of the way.